Hello friends, welcome to Hello English. My name is Rupam and I welcome you all to my channel. In today's video, we will discuss about how we can study more in a short span of time. And yes, it's a very important topic. So please follow till the end. I'm sure you will benefit a lot. So before we start, one small request. If you like my video, please do subscribe. From childhood, we are taught that in order to perform better than others, you need to study a lot. 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. We need to study. Well, I will tell you, this is true in some cases, but it is not true in many cases. It is not applicable in many cases. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about 5 points which will help you to study smartly and efficiently. You can study anytime, either in the early morning, in the daytime, afternoon, evening, late night. It all depends on you. But the thing is that if you follow these 5 points, I can tell you, you will get a lot of benefit. You can turn your hard work into smart work. So let's begin. Number 1 is ODYSSEUS method. Odysseus was a very big warrior during his time. He used to fight battles after battles, and he was well known for his fighting. Once, after the battle got over, he needs to return home. Someone told him that on the midway, he will come across a small island. And that island is like a trap. He will be getting a lot of beautiful sounds, something like the heavenly sound. He will also hear a siren. And what happens is, whenever people go past by that island, after listening to those beautiful sound, mesmerizing sound, people gets drawn towards that island. And it's a trap. So, Odysseus told all his sailors who will be sailing with him that they need to shut their ears, and also instructed that they should tie Odysseus very tightly on the roof of the ship, so that while crossing that island, he can hear what's going on there, the beautiful mesmerizing sound, the music, but he won't be able to go there. When they reached that point, he heard all this sound, but as instructed, his members didn't release him. He was tied and he was helpless. And finally they reached home safely. So the main motto of Odysseus was not to go to heaven. His motto was to reach home safely. So why I am telling you this story? We can apply this story in our practical life. This story holds good for school students, for college students, for students who are appearing for different exams, interviews, etc. We need to remember the biggest thing which restricts us from studying efficiently is distraction. We should not get distracted. We should be focused. Our focus should be on the goal. So, what are the distractions? Our mobile phone, our laptop, someone coming and knocking at the door, the notifications in the mobile. How can we concentrate? It's so difficult. So this principle tells us is that whatever may be the scenario, we should not get distracted. We need to cut off from all the distraction. With this, we come to point number 2, which is the Pareto principle. This principle says that in this world, with 20% of input, we can get 80% of output. And in general, it is true in almost all the cases. Suppose take an example that You have been assigned something in your college. You have to complete the assignment. It's a group assignment. You will find that out of 100%, only 20% will be working really hard to manage the project. So out of 5, 1 will be working very hard or 2 will be working very hard to complete the assignment. Also in the case of a city where a lot of crime happens every day, you cannot blame all the 100%. Out of that 100%, maybe 20% will be those people who will be committing the crime. Also in your birthday, you call so many friends. Out of this, maybe 20% will be your good friends. So how to apply this in our life? During the exams, we need to apply this formula. How we are taught so many things in the colleges, with so many assignments, with so many homeworks. However, how you will analyze which one you need to cover, which one you need to give more importance. You need to find out which is more important, on which topic you need to give more priority. How to do this? You have to check what all assignments has been given to you during the whole session. You need to check with good students what all things they are covering. You need to check the students who attended school regularly, and you can get the notes from them. And also you can analyze in your own way what type of questions might come, referring to the previous year's questions. Keeping all these things in mind, you can go through the entire lesson when you have time, whatever has been taught to you, the syllabus. However, at the last moment, the 20% you need to segment from the points which I have shared with you. Okay, you need to concentrate more on those topics so that you can get maximum benefit. Number 3, break time rule. So what is this break time rule? Many a times for all of us, when exam comes, we stress the entire night. We don't take a break, we don't go out, we lock the door from inside and we keep studying the whole day, whole night. This is not beneficial. This principle tells that. This principle tells us that you study for 25 minutes or 30 minutes, take a break of 5 minutes. What will happen? Our mind will get refreshed. If you want, you can stretch a little more, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and then take a break of 10 to 15 minutes. It is not at all advisable that you stretch the entire night or the entire day without any break. In that case, our mind will not be able to transfer the short-term memory to long-term memory. Our studies will not go to that long-term memory and we will forget most of the stuff. So, what to do? You need to take some rest, study, rest, study. Rest includes so many things. Either you can listen to some music, you can go out for a walk, you can talk to your friends, family members, etc. In this way, our mind relaxes and it gets ready for the next session. Number 4, Parkinson's rule. Suppose we get assignment in the college with a deadline of 7 days. So when we will be doing it? 1 day before. Suppose if I have to submit the assignment tomorrow, when I will be starting doing it? Today. So we need to set a deadline when we need to complete our task. Suppose I need to complete the syllabus in 1 day. Suppose I need to complete it within a week or a month. We need to plan for that. We need to understand and analyze that if I start in this period of time, it should be completed before the exam time. Also, we need to pre-plan. If you know what are the topics you need to study for the exam, 50% of your work is done. And once you know what you need to study, you need to plan accordingly. What time you are going to study? Because in that case, what happens? I can segment my workload. Accordingly, I can plan which topic to cover at what point of time. So when to read and what to read. Once this is taken care of, 50% of your workload is gone. So set a deadline and try to follow it honestly. Finally, we come to active recall. Whenever you are preparing notes for your exam, you need to understand what you're gonna prepare. You're gonna think, analyze, then make a note. What happens in that case is that when you plan, when you think, when you understand and write down the notes, all the contents from your short-term memory will be transferred to your long-term memory. And when contents are there in the long-term memory, you will be able to remember it for a long span of time. You will not forget. You can also take a notebook, rough book. Whatever you're reading, you just make a note of yourself. Or either once you go through the lesson, you just talk to the wall and narrate the same thing. What will happen? When you read, your mind is just reading it. And when you talk to the wall, your mind is recalling those stuff and you are just reciting it. In that case, you will be able to remember those things for a longer period of time. So friends, these are the 5 rules. I hope you will benefit from this. I wish you all the best. फिर मिलेंगे.